From soil to jar, the story of Pickles. Whether you call them pickled cucumbers, gherkins, or just that crunchy, tangy treat in a jar, these little green gems have traveled far beyond being a side dish. They've found a home on dinner tables, in sandwiches, and in late-night snack sessions all around the globe. But how exactly do they come into existence? What's the journey behind that satisfying crunch? The story of pickles is a tale woven with farming, science, tradition, and a surprising amount of artistry. And it all begins in the soil, with something as unassuming as a seed, planting the first promise. The life of a pickle begins long before the brine. Farmers start by planting cucumber seeds with the help of precise machinery that places each one at just the right depth. These machines are more than tools. They're like guardians of growth, ensuring each seed has its best shot at thriving. Once nestled in the earth, the seeds need constant nurturing. Watering systems keep them hydrated, fertilizers fuel their growth, and careful protection guards against pests. But there's another, often overlooked ally in this process: the honeybee. Farmers often place beehives right beside cucumber fields because bees are unmatched pollinators. Their constant trips between blossoms do more than gather nectar. They ensure fertilization, boosting yields and improving the quality of cucumbers. Without bees, both cucumbers and pickles would lose much of their abundance. Weeks later, delicate green shoots emerge from the soil, soon climbing into lush vines that blanket entire fields. Each sprout represents potential, millions of small promises that will one day end up as crunchy, tangy pickles. The challenge of harvest. Fast forward a few months, and the vines are heavy with ripe cucumbers. This is the moment farmers wait for: harvest season. For generations, this work was grueling, requiring countless hands bent under the hot sun. Picking cucumber after cucumber, the labor was endless, and the toll on workers was immense. But modern times bring modern solutions. Today, specialized harvesting machines sweep through fields, collecting cucumbers at astonishing speeds. These mechanical marvels shake, sort, and gather fruit with such precision that what once required dozens of people can now be managed by a single operator. The impact is enormous. A one-time investment in these machines saves companies millions in labor costs over years of production. More importantly, it makes the process faster, more efficient, and less physically punishing. Behind the roar of engines and conveyor belts lies the culmination of months of effort. Baskets upon baskets, truckloads upon truckloads of freshly picked cucumbers, ready to become something extraordinary. Here's an incredible fact. China leads the world in cucumber production, harvesting around 77 million tons every year. With that staggering number, it's no surprise that pickles have become a staple across cultures. A critical first step. Cleaning, harvesting is only half the battle. Once gathered, cucumbers head straight to processing facilities. Picture conveyor belts loaded with green fruit, washed under streams of water, scrubbed, and carefully examined by workers. Each cucumber is inspected to ensure that only the highest quality makes it through. Why such attention to detail? Because one dirty cucumber can spoil the balance of an entire brining batch. Any lingering dirt or pesticide residue could ruin the delicate process that comes next. Cleanliness here is not a luxury, it's a necessity, the transformation. Brining now comes the stage that truly defines a pickle: brining. Cucumbers are lowered into massive tanks filled with a flavorful mix: water, salt, vinegar, and an often guarded combination of spices. This isn't just soaking. Over 1 to 4 weeks, something remarkable takes place. Natural lactic acid bacteria, already present on the cucumbers, begin to ferment. They break down sugars, releasing acids that give pickles their sharp signature tang. It's science and art colliding in a single process. A simple cucumber is reborn, salty, sour, sometimes a touch sweet, but always bursting with flavor. The diversity is endless. Some cucumbers are sliced into thin rounds, destined for burgers and sandwiches. Others are left whole, giving that full, satisfying crunch when bitten into. From bread and butter pickles with their subtle sweetness to fiery dill versions infused with garlic and chili, each jar tells its own unique story of taste. Packing with precision once brined, cucumbers head to the packing line. High-speed slicers cut mountains of cucumbers into uniform pieces, sending them down conveyors into jars or plastic tubs. Brine is added, lids are sealed, and suddenly, what was once a farm crop has become a shelf-ready product. Whole cucumbers are handled with even greater care. Machines delicately transfer them into jars, ensuring they remain intact. Watching this process feels almost hypnotic. Jars filling in perfect rhythm, lids snapping shut, and pallets stacking neatly, ready to ship across the world. But here's where artistry re-enters the picture. Each company has its signature style. Some stick to traditional dill, while others experiment with turmeric, mustard seeds, or even exotic spices. That's why no two brands of pickles taste exactly the same. Each carries a culinary fingerprint. More than flavor. The health benefits pickles aren't just about taste. Fermented varieties are rich in probiotics, beneficial bacteria that support gut health and improve digestion. With cucumbers being about 95% water, pickles also help with hydration, making them a refreshing choice on hot days. There's more. Research suggests that compounds in cucumbers can help regulate blood sugar, while the fiber in their skins promotes regular digestion and prevents constipation. In other words, every crunchy bite offers not only flavor, but also a small health boost. Variety across the globe. Not every cucumber becomes a pickle. Long, smooth varieties are bred for slicing and fresh eating, while shorter, bumpier cucumbers are specially grown for pickling. These pickle cucumbers absorb brine beautifully and retain their crunch. Production styles also vary. Some factories operate with massive tanks, producing pickles by the ton. Others, particularly artisanal makers, prefer small wooden barrels, where subtle variations in batches create unique flavors. Some jars spotlight dill, others garlic, others chili or mustard. This diversity is the magic of pickling. A jar from New York will taste different from one made in Poland, India, or Korea. Yet the essence remains the same: cucumber, salt, and thyme. From factory to feast. After weeks of fermentation and careful packing, jars of pickles travel far and wide. Trucks carry them across highways, ships move them across oceans. They appear in supermarkets, small delis, burger shops, and family kitchens. And then comes that unforgettable moment. The pop of the lid, the rush of vinegar and spices escaping, and the first bite of crunchy tang. Whether layered on a sandwich, pulled from the fridge for a midnight snack, or shared at a picnic, pickles bring joy wherever they appear. A global crunch. So next time you bite into a pickle, pause for a second. Behind that crunch lies a story that started in the soil, passed through buzzing bees, endured the heat of harvest, and soaked in brine where science and flavor fuse together. Pickles are more than a side dish. They're a testament to how humans, machines, and nature work together to create something timeless. A cucumber transformed into a pickle is proof that even the simplest foods can carry rich, layered stories. And as you savor that tangy bite, remember, every jar is not just food. It's farming, tradition, engineering, and love, all sealed tight, waiting to be enjoyed.